So how do you move past financial fears to financial confidence, especially during a pandemic? Smart owners and managers like those at a business called DV8 are doing just that. Hey, I love to hear great stories that gives us hope and moves us to action, to survive and thrive during times of extreme financial uncertainty. Stories that gives us clues and demonstrate how financial success can be planned and executed, as well as the power of financial systems and financial discipline, most of them coming from very small, simple steps. So I'm Tom Kuhn, CEO and founder of Qnity. We help small businesses and their teams prosper. DV8 is a single location 12-chair salon in Texas. Like all of you, they've had to navigate their way through a shutdown, uncertainty, unrest, and volatility. But unlike many, they reopened after the shutdown with renewed confidence, knowing they had strong financial systems and disciplines in place. So let me sum up 5 things they did with tips for all of you to increase your financial confidence. So first of all, the leadership team leveled up their financial knowledge. They learned ways to take greater control of the salon's finances. 2 owners and 2 leaders went through our online Plan for Profit program early this year. They each went through at their own pace, easily fitting it in spite of busy schedules, families, etc. As a result, they've all been on the same page with the necessary financial practices and disciplines that are needed, giving them confidence, and their numbers are proving it. Too many salons, even very large ones, have only 1 or 2 people involved in the finances. It's not enough, especially today. Over the last 25 years, I can't tell you how many times poor, costly decisions were made due to owners and managers lacking financial knowledge or discipline. I was on a 10 p.m. call with Frank from Boston recently. He already has a full load as an owner, but both his marketing and HR support are out due to COVID-19. He handles the finances. He was wondering out loud with me what would happen if he got laid up for 2 or more weeks. Who would manage the finances? Would the managers make good financial decisions? Cross-training is important. Minimize your risk by making sure that the financial tasks and decisions can happen under unforeseen issues. Like others, the DV8 team had already taken business classes, but they knew to grow, they needed to go deeper into the financial side of the business. Too many business leaders think that financial education is one and done, thinking that 1 or 2 courses they took, in many cases years ago, is enough. Well, it's not, especially today. The tip here is to level up your financial management skills and practices, and don't do it alone. Level up financial acumen, not just for yourself, but for at least 1 other member of your leadership team. The future of your business may depend on it. The second area that helped them build confidence was they followed a simple practice we called week in, week out. An example is a weekly cash flow discipline we teach to set aside money every single week. Starting at the beginning of the year, they set aside 2% of the previous week's sales into a separate bank account. They gradually increased the amount to 5%. They hardly noticed it going out. As a result, they reopened with liquidity, also known as money in the bank. This was huge for them. Kim from Tennessee said this practice saved her. Nothing creates peace of mind like money in the bank. So the tip, set aside money every week on the same day at the same time at a predetermined percentage. Most of you won't even notice it going out, but man, it adds up and it's saved so many of you. The third area is they followed another simple practice that we call forward focus. During the shutdown, they created a new budget, going from monthly to weekly. We call that pushing the pulse, increasing the frequency of a financial practice. They look at the new budget weekly and make decisions and adjustments as needed. This helped refocus the leadership team, helping them make good decisions. 74% of small businesses don't have a budget or even forecast into the future. And many of the ones that have one, they don't have practices to use it. That's why budgets get a bad rap, is they don't get used. Tip, keep an eye on the future, keep a forward focus, and push the pulse. Go from monthly to weekly during volatile times like these to stay on top of and control your finances. And looking out in the future as part of your week is a week in, week out ritual. As Churchill said, let our advanced worrying become advanced thinking and planning. The fourth thing they did is they set up a daily discipline of cash planning using our simple cash flow planner. Each day they updated the model, creating predictability based upon the previous day's cash in and cash out, and they updated the model as new information came in for future days and weeks. They had been looking at sales daily like most of you, but hey, cash is the oxygen of the business, not sales. So we need to look at cash daily. A smart owner named Lisa from Mississippi went from monthly to daily cash flow planning also, and she's been raving about how it's helped her focus. The tip, set up a simple cash flow tracker and spend 15 to 30 minutes a day updating it to prevent surprises and create a plan. Fifth, DV8 follows Qnity's 2-number growth model to track, target, and drive revenue growth. They use it for planning, coaching, and driving revenue. They knew and expected that client count would go down, so they needed average ticket to go up. They coached their team on this, and for the first 2 weeks, they were delighted to see that service revenue was up 30% higher than expected, retail 84% higher than expected, and this all came from higher average ticket. Tip, simplify your numbers. Avoid the tendency to complicate and just focus on 2 numbers for growth. 2-number growth shows how to get growth whether you're busy or slow. Use it to adapt the focus by your team. So that's the 5 tips for greater financial confidence. This has been a wild ride, guys. Most of our daily decisions have a financial impact, affecting you, your team, your clients, and ultimately your family and your community. It's inspiring to see how DV8 and others not only prepared, but is now executing these 5 tips and are experiencing amazing results and financial confidence, which also means peace of mind. Hope and action, a powerful combination. Thanks for watching this, and we'll see you in the next video.